No, it paused. There we go. Yeah. Smooth. Yes. This is Love Gurus Podcast. Thank you guys for being here. We are going to start the show right now.
Think your love life is going kind of bad.
It's awful.
If you find out your girlfriend accidentally banged your dad.
I should have known something was up.
It's the summertime.
Summertime.
Baby ain't the norm.
My dad's name is Norm, too.
Find out your fiance has been slipping it to your mom.
Once knew a Norm that had like a little teeny tiny ponytail. We made fun of him every day.
I feel like that's a lost name. I don't know any Norms.
Well,
No.
Or your life is screwed.
After Norm MacDonald, we're hanging it up on the rafters.
yeah, fair enough.
R.I.P.
Yes, this is a Love Gurus podcast. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your patience. We were only a little bit late tonight, which for this show is pretty good, man. We are happy to be live on YouTube. Thank you to everybody watching live. Feel free to put in the chats any questions, any comments, whatever. We'd love to read it off on the show. Suzanne, how was your week?
Yeah, it's been great. Today was finally a nice, hot day. And it's great because in Central Park, some of the trees just have those cute little green buds, and some of them are like already dead. Like they already have. Yeah. They already went through like the cherry blossom process, and they were like, now we're dead. And I just feel like that's so, that just describes New York so well. Some people are really thriving here. Others are dead.
Right.
And that's it.
This flower was going to be beautiful, but then 17 homeless guys pissed on it in one night. And like, what do you want? Like,
you're like 300 Bumble dates, and I haven't found the one. Where is he? Okay, like you don't know what to do anymore.
Amy on YouTube says no one is going to show up till 9, but they better because we're on time. We're on time.
Oh, wait, there's someone.
Joel on YouTube says 7 minutes late. That's right on time. Absolutely.
Right
Thank
on
you, Joel.
time.
I love he capitalizes LOL too.
Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
You got to, man.
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but it does make sense because lowercase LOL is less than.
That's like a giggle. It's
bigger.
Like,
yeah.
He's like going ha ha ha.
If it's not capitalized, it don't sound like a Batman villain. You want to be like ha ha ha. Like that's the move.
Be the Joker.
Yeah. If it's lowercase, it's just like ha. It's more like a chuckle out loud at best.
Sometimes I put LOL, and I am laughing out loud, but not at what the person thinks I'm laughing out loud at. Like, does that, like, it's, I'm laughing probably at something I thought, not the joke that you necessarily just told me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too mean.
You like to LOL at people and not with them, is what you're saying.
I think it's just really the core issue is my own self-confidence, so I have to laugh at them so I don't cry into my pillow.
Oh, there you go. Because there's no abbreviations for that. There's no acronyms. There's no emojis for crying into your pillow.
I have this weird dilemma with work where I'm like, I LOL at things and I text things to my colleagues, but then I wonder sometimes I want to send an LMAO.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if that'd be crossing a line because it has ass in it, because sometimes it warrants.
Yeah.
LMAO is a feeling, laughing my ass off, but it just feels strange sending it to work people.
Yeah. I get that.
HR would be bad with that.
Even though it's an acronym. Yeah.
Even though it's an acronym. Laugh quietly. It was in the brochure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared of. It's HR being like, that was not okay.
Yeah. They found it triggering, that out loud laugh of yours.
Ass.
But we should introduce our guests for this week.
A, man. First up, he's a hilarious stand-up comic. First-time guest on the show. Mr. Dan Frank, thank you for being on the show.
Hey, guys.
Yes, absolutely. Tell them where they can find you.
Oh, not Anne Frank on all my social media.
Not Anne Frank.
With 2 Ks, not 3, because that'd be weird.
Not
1, because someone else took that.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Absolutely,
thanks for being on.
Thank you for being here. And thank you to our second guest, another hilarious stand-up comic and another first-time guest, Mr. Will Purpura. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Tell them where they can find you.
I'm at Will Purpura, my name. Will Purpura, Purpura.
There you go.
I love it.
No other Will
I love how your name
there.
sounds. It sounds like like a really nice facial cleanser. Like,
Yeah.
I just,
Purpura
I
is
like
not
to
cool.
stay in on a Friday night and just
Purpura.
use my Purpura pore
Yeah.
cleaning, and it just makes
L'Oreal Purpura.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
So
Or
yeah.
like a really obscure type of salad,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
is this arugula? No, it's Purpura.
It's Purpura. It's
Yeah.
leafy
Yeah.
greens.
But
Purpura.
like,
Yeah.
but let me be clear when I say this, like only the highest of high end. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like these
sounds
are
like a spa treatment.
these
of some
products
kind.
that I've invented after your name are things that like I will never be able to afford. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that yeah.
You have to go to a spa to do it.
Yeah.
There's like some Zen meditation music
Yeah.
going on in the background.
Exactly.
Dude, that's the opposite of my name. Vevera sounds like a venereal disease from the old Soviet Union. It's fucking rough, man.
You got the Vevera.
It snowed all winter long, and half of us in village got Vevera. Our dicks fell off.
Oh my God, she went to Ohio State and got Vevera. Can you imagine? That girl, she was only there 6 months.
He didn't even have a real job. He said he had a real job.
I think Vevera sounds like a pharmaceutical drug.
It does.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Get Vevera today. Side effects are suicide. Well thoughts.
They've been cutting cocaine with Vevera, and people keep fucking dying. Tyler on YouTube says, just came here to say hi. I'm off to a book club in a few minutes.
Wow.
Great book
Are
club.
you
Wow.
did
On a
you-
Thursday.
Okay.
Love that.
What
Reading?
book?
No, don't bitch us for
Wait.
don't ditch us for literacy and
Oh
books.
no,
That's-
I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know how the book club goes,
fair
Tyler. I think that sounds super great.
I thought you said butt club.
Butt
at
club.
Oh, a
first.
book
No,
club.
Like you was
Butt
going
clubs.
to
Yeah,
get it in the
he
butt.
saw Jake.
It's a book club.
That
Jake
kind of-
saw the word.
Yeah.
Jake saw the word book, and he even had to sound it out.
Yeah.
Book.
Yeah.
Book.
Yeah, I can't even read stuff about reading. That's how little I can read.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No, this isn't a swingers club. It's a butt club. Nothing fancy about this place. Absolutely.
Just
Yep.
butts.
But
Yep.
just butts.
Simple butts.
Yep.
Joanne on YouTube says, I'm already here, Amy. Thank you for being here, Joanne.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Joel on YouTube says, if I don't capitalize it, Jake immediately thinks I'm posting something about Lolita. Yeah. Lolita. Yeah, possibly. Let's see. Do you see my comments? Amy says, yes, we see them. Amy says, I don't see any of your comments, especially the one that said, hi, Joel. Oh, there you go. She did say hi, Joel. Yeah. I don't necessarily read all the ones where you guys are just saying hi to each other. That's a bit redundant. Plus, gets confusing for the people in audio. At yahoo.com, or even better, watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Ask us your questions live in the chat. We're going to take our first one from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question. My wife lied to friends about our amazing sex life and then got mad when I didn't back her
Oh,
up.
I hate when my wife puts amazing in quotes when she's talking about our sex life. That's never good.
I'm 35 and my wife is 33. We've been married for 5 years and our sex life used to be great. But the last few years, it seriously has dwindled down. She barely seeks out intimacy and we maybe have sex once every 3 weeks or so. I've come to terms with it despite me wanting more, but it's something that I can deal with for now.
Is this Will Smith? Is this question from Saturday? Is that what this was all about?
Will Smith is going to come into your apartment and slap you!
Dude, I'm terrified to go back on stage. All of my material is about Jada Pinkett Smith's weird head. I thought it was a safe topic before Sunday.
Yeah.
But and I know that like most of the people in the crowd aren't Jada Pinkett Smith's wife, but that doesn't mean that they're not currently fucking Jada Pinkett Smith. That could be anybody. That could be you guys.
Yeah,
Open-
they just need her for the third, and then they're good.
Open marriage is, totally a thing. So continuing on. We had a couple of friends over for a few days ago, and we were all drinking and talking. Everyone got a bit loose, and one of the couples went on about how great their sex life is, and that they pretty much do it all the time, and they can't live without it. I think my wife got a bit threatened by their passion, which we obviously lack. So she started lying about every single aspect of our sex life. She started throwing out lie after lie, trying to overcompensate for what she feels we lack. It got to the point that it was just sad how hard she was lying. After that, she looked at me and wanted me to validate her made-up story. I just answered with, sure it is. I'm not going to lie about something that isn't true at all. It was clear to our friends.
It's a man
what
of
I was
honor. I
suggesting.
hate when my wife says I'm good in bed. I correct her immediately. I say, stop telling these lies, you harlot.
after they left, she basically blew up at me. She told me that I should have backed her up, and she's saying something because she is my wife, and I embarrassed her in front of her friends. I just told her calmly that I'm not comfortable lying through my teeth like that, and that she embarrassed herself for making up a story that's completely not true. I told her that there's no
I like
need
a dude
to
who
lie
knows
about
he's a 6
anything.
out of 10. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking cool. I like this guy.
It's like, don't make this more than it is.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Stop.
We're not in the big leagues.
Stop trying to convince your fancy friends that you won a lottery. You didn't.
A few days have passed and there's still tension between us. How do I get over this argument? So, yeah, to give a quick recap, their sex life isn't great. His opinion, obviously, we don't know what she's thinking. They have sex maybe once a week. They have some friends over. Everyone's drinking. The friends talk about how they, bone all the time. The wife makes up a story about their sex life, and she kind of looks at him, and he just backs up by saying, sure it is, obviously indicating to the friends that it's totally fake. So now the one thing that I think that is kind of important in this that's not given is, did she just talk about one instance? Like, did she just say oh, we got naked and fucked in the park? Or did she say, oh, he doesn't leave the house without me giving him a blowjob, right, Nancy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that part's not clear. But yeah. So
Honey, have you seen my keys and blowjob? Where's my keys and blowjob?
Why is he Irish now?
Where's me blowjob?
Where's my blowjob and sausages now?
Get
Give
down,
me
on,
the drink. I need it. I need it now.
down on your knees and give me Lucky Charms so I have a good day at work.
Get them Lucky Charms in your mouth. Okay. But yeah, so the wife obviously gets mad, and he's like, okay, and he's sort of like, well, just, it is what it is. Yeah, we don't have sex all the time. What are you doing by making up this crazy story?
I think that whenever like someone talks about how much money they have and how rich they are, I'm like, they don't have a lot.
Oh,
I think that about
100%.
sex.
I was thinking the exact same thing about that other couple. They, never have I been out with a couple with my wife while we were dating for 2 days or 2 years, or now that we're married, and it's just, oh my God, we just can't live without fucking all the time. Don't we love to fuck all the time?
Guys, we were literally playing Pictionary.
Yeah, it's like,
and
it's not.
why did this come up?
It's not on the board game. What the fuck is this?
But
This ain't
the other
Naked
couple
Twister.
was overcompensating a little bit, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
I got
Yeah.
you.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they were
yeah,
over.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's what the wife was doing. That's what this couple was doing.
Right.
The
They're
difference-
yeah.
Yeah,
like-
I think he should have joined in with the lying, and it could
Dude,
have been a
that's-
fun
that's
game,
what I'm saying.
and
Yeah.
they could have rekindled the magic later on with
Oh,
the
and then
stuff they were talking
Oh,
about.
I was gonna say then he masturbates to what they invented.
That too. Well,
Yeah.
that's a fun
I think they should get themselves into a tricky situation. Like, well, we're so kinky. We were thinking of adding another couple, and we were thinking about you guys a little bit. Oh yeah, well, we were thinking of you guys and these guys over here, and they're like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah, now it's 3 couples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
And then they just fuck right there.
There it is.
And everyone is so confused and has to move.
Yeah.
yeah. It
Can't they have to sell that house.
Friendships ruined.
yeah.
So
but,
many.
Well,
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. I mean, I think it's, first of all, it's one thing to talk about your sex life with a friend, like a close friend, and to say, oh, you know, whatever. But to be in a couple setting where you're talking about having sex, I honestly can't think of a situation where I was with any partner, and we were with another couple and was like, oh yeah, this is our sex life. I mean, maybe something but again, we're talking blackout drunk. I mean, this is not like a wine and cheese party.
Yeah.
This is 3 a.m. at the club.
Secrets are coming out.
Yeah.
Traumas are coming out.
And it would be more of hey, we just had sex in the bathroom. Not like a
Right, yeah,
not like a
that's one
commentary.
thing. That's one
you
thing.
know?
Yeah, this just felt like they were casually sitting around talking about what they're into and how much they do it and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, that part is weird, you know?
But what I do, if it's true, I guess it doesn't even matter if it's true or not. I actually have a lot of respect for the couple that was bragging about their sex life. And again, I don't care if it's true or not, because one thing I found that happens every time that we go out and to see friends, if it's a dinner or something, you always talk about what you're watching on Netflix, and let's be honest,
there you
no one cares.
Oh, you know what I
Oh
think
my
it is?
God.
You know what I think it is? I think this guy who wrote the question is boring, and his lady's boring. And they were talking about watching not just stuff on Netflix, but the most boring stuff there is on Netflix,
Yeah.
right?
They're not
So,
watching. They're watching the cake show. That
Yeah.
shit is boring.
It sucks.
Yeah.
They're just cutting cakes for
Not
30
hot.
minutes.
Yeah.
So boring.
So they're talking cake. Oh
That's
my
a
God.
nap
Have you
show.
seen the one where they make it look just like a basketball? I mean, it looked just like a basketball before you get it. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen on TV.
Have you ever seen a basketball with frosting? It was crazy.
Yeah. And so I think Fun Couple has a move where one of them will tap the other one under the table 3 times in unison, just dun, dun, dun. And then that's when it's like, all right, we're pulling the ripcord. We're like Maverick and Goose and Top Gun. We're gonna we're gonna parachute out of here. Hey, honey, remember the other night when we were done watching the Cake Star show and we started fucking on a giant cake? You remember that? Do you remember that? I love sex on cake. You guys ever raw dog on cake? It's great. You know, it's like lube, but it's delicious. And so they just start making up just the wildest sex shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna make sure that we end this dinner early. That they don't order dessert because we know they love it, and like we're just gonna get the fuck out of here and make sure we never go to dinner with them again. But instead, it backfires, and this lady, instead of talking cakes, she's like, "Oh, it's fucking on top of cakes. I like fucking on top of uncut pineapples, you know? Like I like it a little rough, you know?
Yeah.
And so she's just one-upping them, and they're just kind of like, I don't know what to do now. Like this is crazy. I'm in some sort of weird." Sexual lying Mexican standoff of some kind.
Yeah. I want to be in this room.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, I think
With
for
lotion in my hand.
Yeah.
Yes,
you could.
Well, I think that for the person writing the question, there are 2 problems. One is that he's obviously not happy with his sex life. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is that, you know, couples have to, or each person in a couple or a throuple, whatever, you all have to be, I think, on the same page when it comes to kissing and telling.
Yeah.
You know, if you're the kind of people that, you want to go out to 7-Eleven and as you're waiting for your buffalo dog or whatever, like,
It feels like
Hey,
their
Murray.
sex life is dying, and like it's like they're in different stages of death. Like she's in denial, he's in depression,
Yeah.
and moving into acceptance.
Yeah.
you know?
But that's still like the first part, because it like his thing is like, well, don't lie about our situation. You know,
Let's
that
just be
is-
sad, darling.
Yeah, but obviously, if I think the first problem was solved, then the second problem of talking about it in public wouldn't have like made her so mad or, you know, caused such a fight or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but also it's like, you know, do you think, you know, because he said, okay, we have sex once every 3 weeks, and I've just accepted that's how it is. I mean, that does kind of sound like the road. To me, it sounds like the road to cheating, to be honest.
Oh
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It sounds it sounds like
looking
the
for
road.
something.
Sounds like the rest stop on
Or
the
to
road
toys.
to Pound Town.
Try a toy.
Yeah.
Try a toy out.
Yeah. Something about this
Boy.
guy is, I mean, just the buzzing alone was like, bzzz, he doesn't like it. He's out.
What
He's
was
like,
that
this is-
question again?
There's too much going
What
on.
was what did he want to solve?
No, so
Yeah.
his question is, how does he get over this argument with her?
Oh, the argument. He's not even like trying to touch the sex life at this
Well,
point. He's just
but
like,
we
how do we
could-
get over?
We could opine.
Fucking could be.
Yeah. I
That
love that this
could-
guy is so autistic it didn't even cross his mind.
That could-
He's like, nah.
That
it
solves a
doesn't-
lot of arguments.
Yeah. It's
And
like,
it's hot if you're angry at each other. Maybe this is the key to solving their sex life, is if they're
There you go.
angry at each other, it could spark something between the two of them, you know? Angry. Oh my God, the amount of times I backslid into my ex that I hated, it just gave me some
okay.
zhuzh. It
I do
opened
like-
doors for my brain.
Angry Backslide was my favorite Dolly Parton song of all time. She crushed it.
You're angry backsliding into Jolene.
Yeah.
Jo-
It was better when the White Stripes did it. Sorry, old school country bands, but like either way, she wrote it.
yeah.
But I do like the idea of she's already mad at him. She comes home from work or whatever, and he's just like, "You fucking dirty whore," you know, just goes deeper. He's like, you know, when I married you, you were like 15 pounds skinnier. You know, like
Yeah.
real petty. Like real petty
But
shit.
he's got Asperger's. He's kind of autistic, so it's real specific. He's 17 and a half pounds lighter.
And he just goes deeper until she gets real mad. And then right as she's like going to scream at him, then he goes and kisses her. But not like in a rapey way. But, that's like, he knows.
Yeah.
Like then she'll like get the
they're
hint.
like
This is
panting.
like.
They're like
Yeah.
throwing shit off.
It's very
Yeah.
Bridgerton.
yeah.
They're screaming at each other
Yeah.
1 second. The next
Yeah.
second they're ripping each other's clothes off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, this does sound like an episode of Bridgerton, but with shittier clothes. Way shittier clothes.
Yeah. Not the ruffles and the dresses. No
Yeah.
money.
Well, it's ruffled, but not by the machine. Like the tailor didn't do it. It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
They just woke up in that, and that's how they ruffled.
God,
it.
I want
Stay
this
in
for them
sweatpants.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I in addition to this hot sexcapade that they're going to have, I think he also just needs to say, look, we need to think about this, even if we just, schedule sex as unsexy as that is. Just do something about that, because that's clearly really his issue. Like the other thing about her talking about it, it's, it's kind of like whatever. And he obviously doesn't care. He just wants to, he wants to get over the argument with her, which is a good sign as far as the relationship goes. He does still care about her. He's not,
Yeah, plus it seems like lists and schedules are kind of this guy's bag, if I had to guess. So
Yeah.
I think he should go with that. Lean into your strengths.
yeah. Perfect. Well, any other final advice? Or
Well,
should
before we
move
do
on?
that,
Oh, you have some
we
comments.
lost a little bit of power. I guess we were lagging for about a minute there, and I lost some of these questions or some of the comments. They're up there, but I was just behind on them. Let's see. Amy on YouTube says completely not true for you, but with the milkman on the other hand. Oh, I think she's talking to Joel. He said, "Yep, buffered for about a minute or so." I think that's what she was replying to. Let's see. Joel on YouTube says, "At Amy, I forgot. Am I supposed to start bringing 2% instead of whole milk starting next week or the week after that?" Tim on YouTube says, "How long have they been together?" Joel on YouTube says, "I agree with Suzanne. Kudos to the bragging couple. I brag about other people's sex."
Man, my neighbors
That's
were
it.
fucking so hard.
Other people's sex lives. all the
And
time.
Joel's trying to make sure you guys have the milk you need
Yeah,
for the office.
100%, man.
Got it.
You know,
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
keeping
yeah.
tabs, keeping tabs.
Yeah. Well, we need someone to stay on top of that. But yeah, so I would say my final advice for this person is, look, it either needs to be like, you need to get confrontational. You need to get confrontational. You need to speak your truth. You need to say, however angry it makes her, and just be honest about it, because there's a chance maybe she feels the same way. Then you guys have some hot sex, and you could sort of repair this issue. So that's what I am to say. What final advice do you guys have?
Well,
Okay.
so I think okay.
It's okay if none is the answer.
I think the lying about it would have been fun, but that bridge is sailed, and clearly this guy's
Because bridges sail all the time.
yeah.
I can't
it's-
remember
That
the last time I was on a bridge and it
Did I say
didn't
bridge instead of ship?
sail away.
Jesus Christ, dude.
A bridge sailing away.
It's anyway. This boat has burnt. Is
Yes.
that he's burnt this
Okay.
boat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you can't cross this boat. You've already burned it. So since that has happened, it is the ship, the cruise, the paddle boat has sailed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in fact, wait a minute. Even two of those boats don't sail. I'm so
Paddle
shitty at
boats sail.
I'm so shitty at sailing references. That's what I've learned today.
Jake,
Anyway.
Jake is the worst seaman I've ever met.
Yes. Terrible seaman was my Tinder profile. That was, yeah. All right. So, obviously he's gonna have to thing that fake kinky couple is pretending to do, And then you know, like next time they come out with their, oh yeah, last night, you know, like I had an orange ball gag in my mouth and a feather up my ass, and you're like, oh, like this, and you take pictures and you show them, and you're like, our balls in your court now, kinky couple.
Yeah.
Really, you're just gonna talk about it, or you're gonna show me video evidence?
Oh yeah, I like the idea they don't even have a video. They just took like a lot of Polaroids and they do like the flip thing, you know.
A flip
Like
book.
it's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
pictures, but you get the gist of what's going on. Perfect. Well, I think we answered that question.
I think so too.
Should we go on to the next
Yes.
question?
Oh, Joel says I've got a 9:15 appointment with my wife. I'll be back around 9:17.
Yeah, I love Joel.
Joel
Is
Ross.
like,
Yeah.
using
Get
this
it,
for his.
Joel!
He's like talking to people.
Well
on
done.
this.
Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, you scroll up and hit Joel's milkman joke. I missed a milkman joke somewhere.
Oh,
I'm
the,
sorry,
the
man.
appointment. That's for the sex appointment.
Ah.
I thought.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
I
Oh,
thought
okay. Oh, so
Joel-
Joel's
Yeah, that-
the milkman.
Yeah, he's the. I missed
Got
the
it.
milkman joke from Joel.
Yeah.
So if you
Got
guys
it.
are
I
in
said
the
that about
comments,
the milk.
go.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
is Joel just like trying to get his groceries
Well,
done at some
Yeah.
No, we had a little bit of an outage, and the comments went away, and so I kind of
Gotcha.
missed
I
a lot
didn't
of
know
them,
what
so-
was going on, and so I didn't want to sound stupid, so I didn't say anything.
I thought Joel was telling
No,
Amy, I can't. I've got a 9:15 appointment or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is I didn't know what was going on, and I said lots of things, so I sounded very stupid. Suzanne with the win on that one. I should have taken a page out of her
Fake
book.
it till you make it.
I faked
Or
it
at
just
least-
like this guy's wife, man. That was the move.
Awesome sauce. Well, perfect. Well, we answered that question.
Absolutely. Let's take our next question on the Love Gurus podcast. But first, let's hear a little bit from our unofficial fifth member of the podcast.
Yeah.
The white wine people. Do you want a delicious Sauvignon Blanc? Then get you a bottle of Mount Fishtail. That sounds like one of those dirty frat boy sex moves. Dude, you give her a Mount Fishtail. What you do is you pull on her hair and you hit her with a flip-flop. And, you know, like it just sounds like one of those things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mount Fishtail's Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc is produced from a family-owned vineyard in Waru Valley. Each year, we refine the vineyard practices, aiming to reduce inputs while improving fruit quality. That's right. I'm tired of tasting Sauvignon Blancs. I'm like, pooh, there's so many inputs in this. If only they were reduced somehow, it would be delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop inputting in my fruit.
Yeah. Who unzipped his pants and input it into my wine bottle? This is fucking disgusting. This is gross. Aromas of passion fruit, elderflower, gooseberry, and fresh mint, laced with a delicate bit of fentanyl. No, it says a delicate white flower, elements leading to a concentrated and round palate that is intensely flavored and persistent. An elegant style that delivers beautiful line and length. A complex Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc. Mount Fishtail. Get you some. Now let's take our next question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Next question. My roommate hates me because of my spiritual
Ooh,
beliefs.
before we do this one, Joanne on YouTube says she has a question for the Love Gurus. So yeah. Joanne, bring that one on. Bring that one on.
Live.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love a good live question. We have to, we got to wait for her to type it. So let's take this second question, and then, Joanne, you type that question, and we'll read that off.
Yeah. Okay.
So next question on the Love Gurus podcast from the wild animals on Reddit.
Next question. My roommate hates me because of my spiritual beliefs. I'm 22 and have been living with my roommate, who's 24, for a few months now. She's a Christian and I'm a pagan. When I discovered that she was going to be my roommate, I reached out to her to get to know her, and we had a few friendly conversations. After we both settled, there was an obvious difference in our decor preferences that her mom decided to ask me about. She has crosses and Bible verses everywhere, bright, colorful things. I have my occult decor.
Occult. I like that he's referring to himself as a pagan, not like a Hindu or just something that has a lot of guys. He's just like, all of them.
It's-
Fucking
It's two females, but I don't know if I can.
Oh,
am
two
I
women.
allowed to clarify that? Gender
pagan women. This is
I
hot,
thought it
man.
was
This
two
is
women.
fucking
Yeah,
hot.
so it's two.
It's a
Yeah,
pagan and a Christian woman.
Yeah.
Pagan woman.
So-
Yeah, they're both roommates. The pagan woman, she kind of drags the shy Christian girl out of her shell. You know, like
Yeah.
this is total porn
Makes
material.
her find her sexuality.
Yes,
Oh, man.
yes,
This is
uh-huh.
a great Netflix movie.
I want to be a fly on that wall, dude.
Yeah.
The hell with that last wall. This is the move.
Her mom was very respectful and seemed to be curious about my decor and my beliefs, so I shared my tarot cards with her, and then she talked about how she had witnessed deliverance from demons within her church. It was a respectful disagreement and appreciation for each other's differences.
Just getting hotter by the second.
However, ever since then, my roommate has been hateful towards me. Every time I come home, her door's open and she slams her door shut.
That's the love of Christ right there.
Very
This
forgiving.
is what really pisses me off. When I returned from winter break, I noticed that my decor was missing. She had pulled all of my wall decor down and gathered my other decor and put it beneath the sink. I found it really odd, but I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No drink Joe Boo's rum is very bad. The Major League reference for some of you old timers out there.
I returned home from spring break, and she had done the same thing again. Once again, I put all my decorations back, and because I'm not naturally an assertive person, I didn't say anything. She seemed angry that I put them back. When I got home the next day, I said hi to her, and she
could you just
ignored
not
me.
move my pentagram? Could you just I mean, she's like, no, the power of Christ compels it. Could you just not please?
Yeah.
My grandma knitted me that Satan picture, and you keep moving it. It's an heirloom. I'm a devout Satan.
Picture of Satan, like that little stitch thing you see grandmas have.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Satan loves you.
Look, sweetie, I knitted you a new devil. He's got horns and hooves and a giant cock.
Yeah, it's So her question is, how should she handle this? You know, how should she talk to her roommate about this?
Literally move.
Okay, so
Why
first
haven't
of all,
you moved? This is a horrible toxic. This is a novel. This is a teen novel.
Mm-hmm.
it does seem well, and also it does sound like it's some sort of like university situation. You know, like she's talking about winter break and spring break.
God,
so
poor
I'm
RA.
assuming that there's some kind of.
You guys both suck. God.
But it's to be a pagan and to sort of have a docile personality almost, in the sense of like, oh, gosh, it hurts my feelings when you take down my it hurts my feelings when you take down my vial of blood.
I feel like this is not okay, guys. And she's like, you don't have feelings. You're a pagan.
Yeah.
I'm like, I actually like that more.
Yeah.
And
so I'm being cool about it. I just put it in the cupboard. Leviticus says I should set you on fire. I should tie you to a thing and
more
burn
of
you.
that. More.
My mom said to burn you. She said to get some petrol in here and just fucking light you up like a Buddhist monk sad about the war.
Yeah.
She doesn't move at that point. It's her fault.
I would,
this is pretty wild.
I think also, so given that I think that this is some kind of like school situation, like there's not that much time left. Therefore, I would say this is a situation. Jake says this a lot. I don't say it as much. I think definitely double down is the way to go in this. In the sense,
100%.
because I've had bad roommates before, and it's always like, if we disagree about whatever reason, I always, just make myself as scarce as possible to avoid the issue, because I'm not gonna argue about it. This is a situation where we have a finite amount of time left. We need to get some fake levitation going. We need to have like a seance. We need to get a Ouija board out. Maybe some Harry Potter books. I don't know. Maybe that was the line. But just have a seance in your room or in the living room or whatever you guys have, and really just throw your beliefs in her face.
Yeah.
Because to me, she is being very respectful. She's like, okay, you believe this, I believe that. And
make it
this
super ridiculous too. Like start waving a wand and start saying like the names in Harry Potter. Be like Hermione Granger.
Yeah. Just a trans swimmer from Penn. You know what I mean? It's just all the shit she doesn't like. You know, may she get a gold medal on sacrificing a chicken so that she outswims everybody else.
Trans rights.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse is non-binary. You just fucking all the shit they're upset about. I don't know.
Because to me, it's one thing if someone comes to you and it's like, hey, I'm struggling. Can you help me? and you're like, oh, I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and the Lord Jesus Christ can help you out. That's one thing. But what just irritates me, it doesn't matter what religion it is when people are like, your religion is wrong and mine is right, and that sort of elitist attitude needs to be stopped
and starts invading boundaries too, like tearing her stuff down and stuff, because she secretly wants her to do that to her stuff too, so that instigates more conflict,
so that she can have like a super hot conversation with the pastor. She goes in there and she's like, Pastor Tim, she took down my stuff today. She's so naughty, isn't she? And then they have like Christian sex, about all the sinners out there. Go on.
I need to see you two girls.
Pull my hair and tell me I'm going to go to heaven.
But yeah, what do you guys think? What would you do? Well, if you were in this situation, how would you handle it?
I would go full on kindness mode. Just
really?
Find as much common ground as I can. Maybe just like be overly nice, lots of eye contact, smiles. That's my only way to face conflict for me.
Really?
Yeah.
We should maybe do like final thoughts on this one, because Joanne's got her question in here, and I've read a bit of it. It's a fucking doozy, man.
Okay. I've given my final thoughts.
Okay. So you said kill her with kindness, or at least maim her with kindness.
Maim her with kindness.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I like it. Yeah.
Mr. Dan Frank.
In this small amount of time, as you keep saying, I probably just put up with it, just hole myself into the library or something, not deal with it. Yeah. If it was more time, I'd move. I would,
Yeah,
like,
just
I'm just
totally.
Like, I'm sorry, I can't with you right now. I got to get this toxic shit out of my life.
It's pretty rough, man. Yeah, and I do like the idea of just sort of going overboard with it, and just getting friends. I'm like, honestly, she said pagan. I don't even really know what that is. I mean,
so I'm trying to summon a demon.
Yeah,
and
like, I don't know what that is.
I can't have this toxic energy in the room when I'm summoning a demon.
Even Dr. Phil is like, you need to get away from your Jesus freak roommate if you ever want the dark spirit to come into your heart.
That is too good, Jake.
The Dark Lord Prince Satan hates toxic roommates.
I know. I am him.
Even Lucifer wasn't such a dick to the people in the Colosseum or whatever happened.
Yeah, even Lucifer doesn't treat Jesus like this. Come on.
I mean, Jesus was only in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. This is a 6-month leave. But I think, okay, so she either has to go over the top of it, just get friends of yours to just do fake Santa. Because here's the cool thing about her being this much of a Jesus freak and you being pagan. I don't even know what the fuck you mean, right? So, like, you could do anything. Like, get some friend of yours to come in there with, like, I mean, just covered with, like, a fake fucking goat skull on. Like, hey, Karen, how's it going? My name is Bacchus. And,
just come in wearing Halloween shit.
Yeah,
just go get, like, a skull medallion.
She doesn't know. She talked about her and a guy had demons ripped out of him.
Put a pumpkin on your head and bring a skeleton in and be like, this is pagan shit.
I mean, dude, she's like and look, man, as someone who's not religious, I try not to shit on religious people too much, and I know there's degrees to it. She really did say she saw a guy get a demon ripped out of him at church. So she's like 2 steps underneath those guys with snakes on their fucking heads, okay? Yeah. Like, she's that brand of fucking Christian. So she'll believe the craziest shit that you will say. Yeah, just come in there with full-on Halloween stuff and be like, oh, you thought it was cool seeing a guy get a demon pulled out of him. I'm going to put a demon in this guy. And just make it so over the and he just starts singing, oh, I have the devil in me. Satan, he is.
I got to go smoke marijuana now.
Yeah. I think I'm trans, y'all. And like, just get, all kinds of shit. Just go fucking nuts with it.
Yeah.
Or
have fun. You're in college. Have fun.
Yeah, man.
This is what college is about. Is drinking and being pagan and
being
free with it.
So that's. I mean, you could do that. You'll score like an 8 out of a 10 in my book. Here's how you really go above and beyond. If she's this repressed sexually and all that stuff, how repressed is her pastor? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Who loves to fuck more than those pastor guys who, you know what I mean, swore to some deity who's in charge of heaven and earth that he wouldn't fuck nobody. You know what I mean? Like, he's been with the same frumpy Midwest lady for years. You know what I mean? He's dying to get some young, hot pagan action.
Oh, yeah.
You go to her and be like, I threw out all my pagan stuff. I want to listen to early Taylor Swift with you and go to church and things like that. You know, and you really, you really
seduce
Bible
him,
belt
you get it on tape, and then you expose his ass.
Yes.
Get it.
Yes.
You get a whole thing.
Yes, or you time it to where your roommate's coming home and you're banging the pasture, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
In the comment.
Then get her reaction on tape.
Yeah.
Like it's America's
Yeah.
funniest home videos.
Yeah. And you just fucking make her go crazy. You just like,
the fuck?
yeah. Your pasture is inside the devil, and the devil is inside your pasture. And you just start doing that whole thing. It's like, that's my cum face. Stop it. You do that whole thing as you're fucking the pasture, and make her think that you put a demon in her pasture.
Yeah. We are behind on some comments.
Yes, including our question from YouTube. Let's take our next question on the Love Gurus podcast.
I'm actually looking. I don't think it's. I don't think she's put it in there yet.
Yeah.
Wait, but I don't see. Okay, I have a question for the Gurus. Then the next comment that she says is, the dogs insist on cleaning up the semen. She made it clear. She made it clear to me that the dogs have to lick it up or they get angry. My friend told me this years ago, and I can't get the visions out of my head. So,
I'm Cesar Mamelan. If you sign up for my master class, I will teach you secrets I don't say on the TV show.
when she, they're not trying to add more problems. When she told me this story, I got the feeling that she wanted it more than they did. Kind of like a mom breastfeeds until 6 years old. Okay. So if I understand correctly, so I think the question is, so
she says,
Joanne has a friend that her, I guess when they have sex, like they make the dogs clean up the semen. I mean, it's, they make them lick it up and quote unquote, she'll get mad if
like the dog
dogs,
will get mad.
The dogs
right?
will get mad.
Yeah, she says my friend told me this years ago, and I can't get it out.
If he doesn't get to lick it up, and her question is, A, how do you stop thinking about that, and B, like what the fuck's wrong with her?
Why'd you infect our brains?
What, is this literal dogs we're talking?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Right.
But here's my question. Okay, so the good news is that, you know, typically as men get older, there's less semen. So less for the dogs to lick up. So that's kind of good.
Sure.
But, you know,
it's a very semen glasses half full kind of problem.
But this kind of goes back to the question that we, you know, to the first question. Why is someone bragging about this? I mean, it is funny. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a little funny that the dog is the dog is licking up the. But also, why is the semen on the floor? Why is it on the door? Why is it in my ham, Sam? Like, why?
My ham.
Like, do you have to come into the dog's dish? Like, how did this start?
God.
Or is it like you have to jizz on the floor, otherwise the dog's like gonna rip up the trash can? Like, you know, I mean, I don't know. Here's what I do know: dogs sometimes are a big pain, and so they're not for everyone. And you have a cum eater.
That's true. That's true. I mean, you've got them addicted.
Some dogs eat their own shit. So
why would one of my dogs used to eat the cat shit out of the litter box. We had to get her to stop doing that.
Cum is healthier than eating shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're saving money on dog food. Let's look at the cum glasses half full again, I suppose. You know?
It's the one thing as well is, like, if you know these people and you go over to their house, like, you definitely cannot play with that dog.
No.
Do not let that dog lick your face.
Yeah.
Don't let it near your children.
No.
Joanna on YouTube says, when she told me this story, I got the feeling that she wanted it more than they did, kind of like a mom breastfeeds until 6 years old. And she says you missed the part that they are two large German shepherds.
So
if anything,
How dare you speak so ill of the shepherd name?
what did her grandparents used to do in the old country? Bad stuff, but it's not the bad stuff you think.
German shepherds, bunch of cum guzzlers.
Maybe
I knew it. Fucking knew it.
It is. Maybe it's like there's those dogs that they fail out of, like they're bred to be like police dogs and drug dogs and stuff, but then they're too cute and lovable, so they fail out of like the the dog
This one was
police
eating
academy.
Too much cum.
So these
one was
dogs,
gay.
These dogs,
That's why it got out.
These dogs, they put them on like a sex assault scene, and the dogs are like just licking up all the evidence, and they're like, what the fuck? God
But
damn
then they
it,
run
Ralph.
to the assailant. You know exactly what they are. I've
like-
tasted this cum before.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Turn them into crime dogs.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when you
yeah,
take
yeah.
like a shirt and you're like, oh, get the scent.
I
These
do
dogs
like this.
have the semen taste, and they will find that pedophile.
This
He's
is a good
in
end of the
Mexico.
movie. Why do
They
those
run to Mexico.
why do these dogs seem so into you, Bill? I don't know. Maybe they like gentle petting pops. I think that's the only reason the dogs are after me. I also
Yeah.
keep bacon in my pocket. It's good to be out.
I guess the one good thing is hopefully the dogs don't know where the semen comes from. Otherwise, they're gonna be like biting this guy's dick off. Like,
Well, I mean,
like if he gets out of the shower and they're like, "Oh, that's where our favorite treat comes out of."
oh sure, sort of. They're going to be hungry at the end of a long. Like if you ever forget to feed them, then they're just going to be ravenous, cum hungry dogs.
I think that they are just cum hungry. It's
Yeah.
like, they're just that's their salty little treat.
So if anything, I feel a little bit bad for the dogs, not just because they're being sexually abused by perverts. You know what I mean? That's the first thing that I feel bad for. The second
Someone said it.
is they seem to really love jizz, but it's two German shepherds. They're doing like a bump of jizz. That's like a bump of jizz. A human
Yeah.
side lows split between two German shepherds. That's like the cum's gone. You know?
I've actually thought of a logistical way. Okay, and this is for your friend, but I don't know. Again, like as you said, it seems like your friend is kind of into this. So this, I think, for you, Joanne, is just your opportunity to give yourself a pat on the back for not being judgmental, because some of your friends crazy, okay? Yeah. But if you're afraid, if they really wanted to stop this, what would be very easy is just have like actual dog treats next in like the bedside drawer or something. So when you're having sex and the dogs know that the semen's coming,
yeah.
take those treats out and throw them in the hall so that the dogs get used to eating the treats.
Yeah.
Instead of licking up the semen.
Or just buy the right dog food. It's semen. Dogs don't know it's not semen. You know?
Is that what they
I
feed
can't
old
believe
boy?
it's not semen.
Is that what they feed old boy Blue? Have you seen those dog food commercials?
I have not seen those dogs.
We treat them like
But
family.
feed
them our cum all day, every day.
Oh yes, Joel on YouTube says Love Gurus podcast. It's not necessary. Joanne on YouTube says, Joel, you understand. He says Love Gurus. It's not necessarily on the floor. They don't want the kids, so the boyfriend pulls out and they use the spray and pray method. Yeah, that's what I figured. Is they're licking it off of her.
It.
Yeah, they're licking it off of her.
Oh,
Yeah, they're licking it off of her.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
this is
no,
a
that's
whole
all.
other
Yeah, no,
level.
I caught that. I was yeah.
Oh.
Well, what did you think they were looking at?
Licking it out of a bowl or on the floor.
Out of a bowl?
On the floor or something.
Like you thought they were.
I thought the guy jizzed into a bowl. And
Like
then
you
he
thought this
whipped
was
it
their
up.
method of getting them not to pee in the house. Like, all right, as long as you said you go potty outside. Like
I
a
thought
good
this
boy.
was the guy's thing. He's
I-
like dirty talking, like.
I
No,
did
it's-
not.
Yeah.
I did not think that whatsoever. If that's true, like, dude, straight up, your friend is into bestiality.
Well, no, that's
Yeah.
why I was saying
and
they're being
she's
sexually
probably
abused by
blown
perverts.
those German shepherds.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
I want to know PETA's take on this whole thing.
Yeah.
PETA?
Yeah, if they're
Oh.
okay with this.
They're absolutely against it, except for the lady who runs it. This question was from her. That's Joanne's friend.
She watches.
Yeah. Joanne's
Yeah.
friend on YouTube is the head of PETA, and she loves German Shepherd. She loves them.
Joanne would run PETA. Or Joanne's
Yeah.
friend, sorry.
It's yeah. I mean, but yeah.
Her friend would never eat an animal, not with a fork and knife, anyway.
I think this is a situation that's very easy to solve, and if that's what you're letting the dogs do, that is you. She does not want help. Okay, like this is anyway. Yeah, your friend. I think again, she doesn't want help. So I think really my final advice for this question is, Joanne, you are a classy person because you make friends with all walks of life.
Oh yeah, you definitely get cool stories that way. You know. For sure. Definitely tell us more about what your friends are up to. And tell the authorities, too, because this is very much illegal in every single
pushing
state.
the boundaries.
Yeah. Here's the thing. In every single state, I don't care what their laws are on guns or whatever,
I was just
man.
wondering that, is this illegal in every state? Because bestiality is not illegal in every state.
It's got to be, right?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah,
It's state by state.
yeah, it's but I mean, there's like that urban legend of like, you know, the woman that puts peanut butter on her bed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that probably happens more. You know, there's probably a whole 4chan thread devoted to that.
I mean, you think that they should have to at least
Did you
take...
put chunky or smooth on this week?
Oh,
Honey infused?
Chunky would just hurt.
Here in
Like-
the state of Wyoming, it's got to be smooth, all right? It happened. It was a
Yeah,
big
some of
debate
those
last
weird
year.
laws that's like
Yeah.
strangely still legal. You can like have peanut butter licked off your genitals as long as it's chunky.
Yeah.
As long as it's chunky and within the animal's diet, you
Yeah.
know. But if they are overweight, you're
It
not
came from
allowed
back
to
during
feed.
Prohibition. It's all we could afford to feed the animals was vag butter.
There's like a cute little beagle, like, oh.
Got me some vag butter.
My name is Griff the Vag Butter Dog. They're trying to illegalize it in the state, but it's my favorite tweet. It's my favorite tweet. Oh, please don't let the state Senate make vag butter illegal.
We made light of such a strange thing.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
Wow.
Thank you, Joanne on YouTube.
Again,
that was
this is not. I mean, I would liken this to a serial killer bragging about his victims.
Yeah.
I mean, this is.
it's pretty wild.
This is a crime that they want to brag about, not because they're ashamed, because they are proud of it. I mean, this is, you know, this is the murderer going back to the scene of the crime to see the cop. I mean, this is Golden State Killer written all over it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. I'm scrolling up a bit, like, because we got kind of a lot that we missed here and there.
I'm sure a lot of people had opinions on
Oh,
this.
yeah. There's a lot of
Here,
opinions.
yeah.
Joel on YouTube says, at Joanne on YouTube, when I had a dog, I used to get pissed about the cold nose treatment. I can't imagine trying to break them of cleanup duty.
What's the
That's a rough one.
cold nose?
Like when I think a dog's nose is cold, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually don't know what the cold nose treatment is. Let's see. Joel on YouTube says Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons should write a song about this. Oh wait, lick it up.
Oh, lick it up. Yeah.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
I love a good Kiss reference tied into bestiality questions. This is the fucking best, man. Let's see. Joel on YouTube says, if the boyfriend goes to a work conference, girl will be stocking up on peanut butter. Joanna on YouTube says, large or small curd. Tim on YouTube says, this dog is called Rod Stewart. Oh, my God. Yeah, this is pretty wild, man. Honestly, yeah, the weirdest thing to me the weirdest thing about the question is the dog licking the cum off the lady, right? Like, that is ultimately the weirdest thing about the question. But the second weirdest part of the question to me, if for some reason I was compelled to let my dog lick cum off me, like for some reason it was just in my brain and I gave into that and it was just a thing for whatever reason, and I didn't do anything about it, and I just I let it happen. The last thing I would do is tell anyone about that.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
The fact that they were just sitting around like, oh, that's cool, man. You got a new boyfriend. I hope it's going well with him. Let me tell you what me and my boyfriend did, by golly. You know? Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
was
that's
too much
crazy.
trust.
I just
It's
feel
insane.
Way too
I just
much.
feel like with this couple, something's going to happen in the future, and the cops are going to come around to your house, and they're going to be like, you know, did you ever like notice anything weird about these people? And you'd be like, well, officer, yes, I did. And
Did I suspect anything?
And-
Not until she told me everything with full fucking details.
And you're
yeah.
going to get to put this in a police report. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
what a fun day that's
Yeah, you're going to be on a Netflix doc going, yeah, she just fucking told me. Like, she only had like 2 drinks in her, and she just spilled it. She said she let the dog lick cum off her. I don't know. It was, you know.
Yeah.
I thought she was kidding at first. I was like, you're fucking hilarious. Then she showed me a video, and I was like, why did you tape this? Why? You made how much on OnlyFans with this? Jesus. If I didn't have a problem with bestiality, I'd quit my job today.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So we answered that question. I think that I had labeled it the lightning round, but
Yes.
let's do it as just like a regular question since it sort of goes
Okay.
into the theme of.
Let's do it. But
yeah.
for sure, Joanne and YouTube, if you have any more details about this question,
Yeah.
For one thing, contact the authorities. But
Yeah.
first, contact us. You know. But she, Joanne on YouTube says the goldfish has been acting weird lately. Yeah, I mean, so they're like, this isn't a fish bowl. Oh, why is it so salty and hard to swim?
All of a sudden, the goldfish is swimming around, and then they get one of those algae eaters that like sucks to the side, and they just anyway.
And then it gets pregnant.
Yeah.
Good news and bad news. Good news is I found Nemo. Bad news is we can't make no Disney film about this. This is going to be some weird Japanese anime shit.
Or like, the algae eater, they get him and he's like this big, and then like a week later he's like this big.
Why is this algae eater looking like the plant in Little Shop of Horrors? He started eating yeast. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me.
All right. Well,
All
yeah.
right.
Again, Joanne, keep us posted.
Fucking A right.
Yeah.
Joanne, you're the
Good luck.
best. We love that. We love that. The shitty thing is she's going to ask another question, but it's going to be hard to top that. I don't know how you top that question.
I know.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take another question after that. Like, I feel bad
I need a
for
come
this
down.
next question.
This next come down is like a cigarette.
Yeah. You need to come down. Those two German shepherds, they really need to come down. They're sitting and everything for it. They're putting the paw up. They're rolling over. All of that. All right. Last question on the Love Gurus Podcast. If you guys got any questions to write in, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. Or even better, watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Ask it in the question chat. We need that.
Last question. Should I ask for my pet chameleon back? I bought a veiled chameleon
If it's staying with Joanne's friendship.
for me and my girlfriend as a gift for both of us. She loves it tremendously, and so do I. She cheated on me once in December, so I left and took the chameleon with me, which saddened her. I took her back eventually because she really changed and apologized, but then I think that things started taking a toll because I had major trust issues, and I admit I leached onto her a bit. Then we got COVID, which meant that we basically had to live together. Things have since fizzled out, and we're now separated. It's been days, so should I ask for the chameleon back? Yeah, because, listen, I'm scared of what's happening with the chameleon and those tongues. Woo!
Yeah.
No.
It's able to lick peanut butter from across the room. It's fucking wild, man.
You come home and the chameleon's like labia pink. Where have you been?
I got a speculum and a coat hanger. I put peanut butter right on my G-spot. This little lizard. God damn. Miracle worker.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's obviously hard to top the previous question, but this question I thought, sort of fit along with the pet theme. So what happened was they got this chameleon as a pet. They both love it. Then they broke up. Now the question is, who gets the chameleon? And it's not like a German Shepherd. It's not like you have to have like a sophisticated setup or a backyard or anything for chameleons. So either of them could take it. But I think that if he was the one that technically bought it, like, he should get it, and if he wants it. Or do you guys think that it should be sort of a parting gift?
I think parting gift.
Really?
I think the chameleon's a metaphor for the relationship.
Oh,
you gotta let it go.
Yeah,
you gotta let it go.
And when she's like having sex with other people, they're gonna be looking at this chameleon.
Yeah.
Like, where did that come from? Oh, it's almost like the chameleon's like the spy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's holding on to his branch.
Seen some shit.
How dare you do that to Brandon?
Like, their sexual partners are like, hey, where'd you get that chameleon?
What's the backstory on that?
Yeah. Okay. I am totally changing my answer. I think let her keep the chameleon, because that is the constant reminder of what, how shitty she was. Because she cheated on you. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing, first of all, going back? Like, yeah. But yeah, so let let her keep, as long as she's like, again, not abusing the chameleon as
We can't trust anything now after that story.
Yeah.
Not legally allowed to go further.
There's so many. It's like I'm going to be going home and I'll see like someone walking their dog, and I'll just look at the owner like,
God.
you! I knew what you were up to.
You, let me smell your dog's breath, you.
What's going on in that
You got a weird
household?
look in your eye.
Trust anything now.
Oh man, yeah.
Why is this dog looking at the bulge in my pants so much? What have you been
a whole
feeding
other
him?
Law and Order spinoff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what other advice do we have? For this person?
I say let her keep it unless this question was written last Saturday by an A-list celebrity who played King Richard. Then don't do anything. But if some guy makes a joke about your ex's bald head, slap that motherfucker on national TV.
Yeah, that's normally
But-
pretty good advice. Yeah, for
But if you're not Will Smith, which there's a good chance it isn't, you should ask for the chameleon back only if you ask her by going, gimme my chameleon back. 100%. That's the only way you can ever ask for a chameleon back. But you have to wait until she's banging, dude. And you knock on the window,
Yeah.
and then you sing that. But you have to do it dressed like Boy George.
I
And
think this
really,
is
just freak
Will
them
and
the fuck
Jada
out.
breaking up right now, actually. That's what's
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would
they're
have
done.
a chameleon that they're arguing over.
You know,
That seems like something that crazy bald lizard-looking woman would get upset about.
I did Google veiled chameleon because I know what a chameleon looks like, but I guess like the veiled one is like it has like the little hood, and they are pretty adorable. I
Yeah.
must say they
Veiled
are very
chameleon?
cute.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, maybe I want one.
This is what a shitty chameleonologist I am. I thought there was just one kind of chameleon. I thought there was chameleon and karma chameleon, which is a song. That's it.
It's yeah. But they both represent the same thing in that being your true color. What? Okay.
Yes.
After school special time with Aunt Suzanne.
Joel on YouTube says, break in and steal the chameleon. It's a chameleon, so she'll never know it's gone. She'll just think it's lost its appetite. Fucking A right, dude. Joel on YouTube says, oh, Christ, Suzanne, please don't tell me the chameleon is going to start doing cleanup. Yeah. You know.
You just have
Yeah.
straight up criminals tuning into this.
I think the problem with chameleons, I don't think they move that fast. So like,
Nah.
Oh yeah.
I think if you have like this very suspicious branch from like the aquarium to
Right.
your bed, and you see this chameleon
Yeah. Uh-huh.
walking down the branch.
I want to go home to mom.
Yeah. She lets me do cleanup. You never do. You're a real fucking prude. It's like your dad's a pastor or something, and you're all into Jesus.
Yeah.
Mom's a pagan. She's hot. It's awesome.
Mom is a pagan that's hot.
Yeah.
Mom is hot. That's why I want to stay with her. She's hot.
Yeah. What child?
The lawyer said not to say that in divorce court. God damn it. Now you never get to live
I was
with
going to
Mom.
say one child in divorce court. How do I say that? Yeah.
Why am I living with my dad? Because my mom was letting German Shepherds do cleanup. I'll never see my mom again. It's pretty goddamn crazy.
Ugh, yeah. Well, awesome. Well, I think we answered that question. I think we answered all the questions
Yes.
to the best of our ability.
Oh, we answered them to the best of anyone's ability because we are the Love Gurus podcast, man. Thank you to everybody who commented. Thank you, most of all, to Joanne on YouTube. That was fucking great, man. The dog question. There's not enough bestiality questions on the show. I realized.
Not
You know what I
enough.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it comes up
we are
like
going
as
to
a-
take this up with our managers.
Oh, yeah. We need to get our agents on that. I mean, you know, we do bestiality references, sure, but full-on bestiality question, that was great, man. Thank you to our guests, man. Thank you to Dan and Will. You guys have been awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Look them up at Not Dan Frank and at Will Purpura.
Not Anne Frank.
Not Anne Frank. Yeah, that's right.
Because I'm not her.
God damn it. It doesn't even make sense when it's not Dan Frank. Anyway, Not Anne Frank and at Will Purpura. Until next time, you guys have been the best. Thank you to Joanne. Thank you to Amy, to Tim, to Joel. Thank you to everybody who commented on YouTube. Thank you to the listeners, most of all. Until next week, write your questions in at loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. Later.